Scene opens with soft, dreamy music and a close-up of a Barbie doll placed on a shelf. The camera slowly pans to a woman looking at the doll, lost in thought. Her expression changes from curiosity to determination as the music intensifies. From the moment she first held that tiny plastic doll in her hand, Ayesha felt something she couldn't explain. Barbie wasn't just a toy. She was everything Ayesha wanted to be: perfect, glamorous, admired by all. But life had a way of pulling Ayesha in a different direction. Years passed, and that childhood fascination became just a memory, buried under the weight of responsibilities, expectations, and the routine of everyday life. Until one day, it all came rushing back. The camera cuts to Ayesha scrolling through her phone, her face lighting up with excitement as she stumbles upon a video. A glamorous woman with long blonde hair and a radiant smile fills the screen. She's a real-life Barbie. Ayesha watches, mesmerized. Every detail, the sparkling clothes, the flawless makeup, the confidence, feels like a reflection of a dream she had long ago. She watches another video, and then another, her heart racing. Could she do it too? Could she transform herself into the real-life Barbie she always dreamed of being? That night, Ayesha couldn't sleep. Her mind raced with ideas, plans, and a nervous excitement. By morning, she had made up her mind. This wasn't going to be just a fleeting fantasy. She was going to do it. But there was one person she had to convince first: her husband, Bilal. Bilal was a simple man who loved Ayesha for who she was. To him, she didn't need to change a thing. So, when she nervously showed him the pictures she'd saved, the videos she'd watched, and the plans she'd started sketching out, his first reaction was confusion. He looked at her, searching for a hint that she might be joking, but her determination was clear. This wasn't a passing whim. It was something she had been dreaming about for years. Ayesha explained everything to Bilal. How she'd always admired Barbie's perfect world, her flawless beauty, and her confidence. This wasn't just about looks. It was about becoming the best version of herself, the version she always felt she could be. Bilal didn't understand it completely, but he loved her. He agreed to support her, even if he had his doubts. The transformation began slowly. Ayesha started with small changes, learning makeup techniques to accentuate her features, experimenting with her hair, and updating her wardrobe. At first, it was fun, almost like a game. But as time went on, the changes became more drastic. She dyed her hair a bright platinum blonde, started wearing contact lenses to make her eyes appear larger, and spent hours perfecting the signature Barbie look. Bilal watched from the sidelines, unsure of what to think. He missed the Ayesha he used to know, the one who would laugh at his silly jokes and wear her favorite old sweatshirt around the house. But he could see how happy she was, how alive she seemed. So, he kept his feelings to himself and supported her as best he could. Then came the surgeries. Ayesha had been saving for years, and now she was ready to take the next step. Lip fillers, a nose job, cheek implants, every procedure brought her closer to the image she had in her mind. Each time she came home from a doctor's appointment, she looked more and more like the Barbie she idolized. But each time, Bilal felt like he was losing the woman he had married. The day Ayesha revealed her final transformation was one Bilal would never forget. She stood in front of him, glowing with confidence, her appearance completely transformed. She was beautiful, stunning even, but she didn't look like the woman he fell in love with. She looked like someone else. Ayesha, on the other hand, felt like she had finally become the person she was always meant to be. Everywhere she went, people stared in awe. Strangers complimented her on her looks, her style, her presence. She started gaining followers on social media, posting pictures and videos of her new life as a real-life Barbie. She was living her dream. But dreams, as Bilal would soon realize, come at a cost. As Ayesha's popularity grew, so did the distance between her and Bilal. She was constantly busy with photo shoots, interviews, and collaborations. Bilal felt like a stranger in his own home. He tried to talk to her, to tell her how he felt, but every time he brought it up, she dismissed his concerns. "This is who I am now," she would say. "You should be proud of me." Bilal wanted to be proud. He wanted to support her, to share in her happiness, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he had lost something precious. The woman he married was still there, somewhere beneath the blonde hair and perfect makeup, but he didn't know how to reach her anymore. One evening, after yet another argument, Bilal found himself looking through old photos of Ayesha. Her smile was different then, less polished, more genuine. He wondered if she missed that version of herself too, or if she had completely embraced the new life she had created. Ayesha, meanwhile, was starting to feel the weight of her transformation. The constant pressure to look perfect, to maintain her image, was exhausting. She loved the attention and the admiration, but there were moments when she wondered if it was all worth it. She missed the simplicity of her old life, the comfort of being herself without worrying about what others thought. Their relationship reached a breaking point one night when Bilal finally said what had been on his mind for months. "I don't even know who you are anymore," he told her. Ayesha was stunned. She had always assumed Bilal was proud of her, that he supported her unconditionally. She didn't realize how much her transformation had affected him. For the first time, they had an honest conversation about everything, her dreams, his fears, and the toll her journey had taken on their relationship. It wasn't easy, but it was the first step toward understanding each other again. In the end, Ayesha realized that while her transformation had brought her closer to her childhood dream, it had also created a distance between her and the people she loved. She decided to find a balance, to embrace the best parts of her new life while holding on to the things that truly mattered. And Bilal? He learned to see Ayesha's transformation not as a loss, but as a part of her journey. He realized that the woman he fell in love with was still there, even if she looked a little different. Their story is a reminder that dreams are powerful, but they're even more meaningful when shared with the people who matter most.